Hello, everybody. This is Ash from Airlocks. Today, reviewing the CTAR 21 CTAR edition from Elite Force. This is made by Aries, or OEM'd by Aries, but branded by Elite Force. This is basically the best CTAR 21 you can get on the airsoft market today in AEG form. So I bought this for about 6 months, and I've used it in one game. It was magnificent, honestly. This was a very good performing airsoft gun. When I took it out of the box, this is bought it secondhand, so I believe it is almost entirely stock. Speaking of stock, you will get a MOSFET inside of this gun in the gearbox. It's located back here in the rear of the gun. Its fire rate with an 11-1 LiPo battery is about 1,000 rounds a minute, or about 18 rounds a second. Maybe a little bit faster than that, but it's pretty good with an 11-1. The FPS, which is very changeable, it has a quick change spring. It's very easy to change. If I can get a screwdriver real quick to pop this pin out, and I can show you real quick how it works. But I got it shooting out of the box. When I got it, it was shooting about 320 FPS with a 2. However, I quickly put a new spring in there. Now mine's shooting about 380 FPS. It may be hard to see, but in there, right there, you can see that silver spear in there. That is your quick change spring. It's very easy, just a flathead screwdriver. It'll unscrew your spring guide, and then you could just throw in whatever spring you want. I would recommend not going above an M120. It's typical. Most AEGs stock cannot handle something for very long past an M120, which would give you about 400 FPS. So I imagine I have like an M110 in there if I had to guess. Air Seal seems to be fine, as it's shooting at an appropriate FPS for the spring that I have into it. It has no problems feeding. One issue, not really an issue, but it does take a little bit of maneuvering to get magazines out. It does accept almost every single M4 mid-cap I have, or high-cap magazine, and it fits and feeds very well. Just a little bit of you just have to kind of wiggle it around to get the magazine out of it. And that kind of goes with all the mags I've tried. The EPMs I've had, the Banff mags, just regular standard magazines of various brands. So that's not really much of an issue. Let's see, we'll lock the charging handle, or pull the charging handle back. We'll lock your bolt back, and also reveal your hop-up system, which is a dial style hop-up, which is, actually, my apologies, it's not a dial style, it's a rotary style. And this comes stock with all these CTAR airsoft guns. So it basically is an M4 style hop-up. You could switch it out, any M4 style standard hop-up, and it should fit this gun. So this comes with a rotary style, and it's very good. The hop-up is very good in my experience. It can hop 3s, no problem. Even 3.2s out of the box with no problem. I haven't tried anything heavier than 3.2. I imagine it probably would struggle past 3.2, as is typical with stock hop-up units, with stock buckings and barrels. But 3.2 is that's a heavyweight VB. So it has a great range too. To release the bolt, you just push on this back black part right here. You hear that? That just sends the bolt forward. So you don't have any trades on the bolt. Sometimes some of these Tavors have some trades. This one does not have any trades on the bolt, that side at least. There are some writing right there on the left side of the gun, but there is trades in the back here. You can see the IWI trades there in the back. I don't think there's any other trades on this gun besides there. Yeah, I do not see anything else. So you got this flat top rail right here, this full metal flat top rail. This should be interchangeable with the normal CTAR 21 like rail setup. However, it came with the flat top rail. It looks okay. I actually prefer the normal or the standard looking CTAR rail. but the flat top's fine. And I actually added this barrel extension that out of the box, it'll only come to about here on the barrel. So you get, if you want it to look like this, you have to get an extension for it, or maybe a suppressor. But I just think it looks a little better with a more extended barrel. Your charging handle right here. But just be careful. I've seen a lot of Tavors, this particular model and other models, this charging handle snaps off. So just be careful racking that charging handle. The battery will go into the handguard right here. And how you access that is you just take off this screw, and there should be one on this side typically. You take that off, and it's just standard Tamiya style connector. And you've got pretty good battery space, honestly. Could fit a wide variety of batteries. Most of this stuff on this gun is all polymer, but it's a really good quality polymer. If you've ever picked up the Sportline Tavors that are out there in the airsoft world, those feel like toys compared to this thing. Now, it's not the best polymer I've ever felt in my life, but it is a very solid polymer. This entire body. The handguard is a little smoother than the rest of the gun. It's the most of the gun is a textured polymer. The handguard's, it's still got a little bit of texture, but it's smoother. Same with this upper part of the up front assembly. Other than that, the trigger is metal, the rail is metal, the outer barrel is metal, the fire selector is metal, this is metal, this bolt, bolt area right here is metal. I'm trying to think of the name for that. Anyways, so yeah, most of this is plastic, but again, it's a very solid feeling plastic or polymer. And like I touched on initially, the range of this thing out of the box was about 190 feet accurately with a 3 gram BB or 0.3 gram BB, which I think is pretty solid for a stock gun. It was a beautiful performance when I used it. The trigger response was really good, especially for a bullpup. This is probably the best trigger response I've ever had in a bullpup gun. As bullpups are very historic. Actually, I take that back. The P90 beats it out. The Crytek P90 that I have. But for an assault rifle, at least, this is the best trigger response for a bullpup gun that I've ever experienced. I have not experienced the RDB. RDB. I know that's another Aries gun. I've heard good things about that in regards to its trigger response. But anyways, so yeah, that's if you could find these guns, they're quite hard to find these days in 2025. I had to buy this on eBike, or not eBay. Got it for about $250. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. I had hunted this for quite some time, as I have the old Elite TAR 21, Elite version TAR 21, and it just wasn't cutting it. This is certainly a step up from the old Elite series TAR 21s, and of course it's a step up from the Sportline series that you can find pretty readily even today. So yeah, I recommend this guy. I wish I had seen more of these things. I see very few of this particular model. It's quite a rare find out in the world. Anyways, I'll catch you later.